afternoon everyone, welcome to Virtual FMR. My name is Clive Finnimore and this is Film My Run 500 with NoblePro. We're going to be climbing 500 metres of elevation at 12% incline. Good evening, Anthony Anderson, how are you buddy? It is lovely and sunny here in Cornwall today, feeling quite warm outside. However, it's only 18.8 degrees centigrade here in the Cornish garage, 33% humidity, so it's warming up again. I've been at the warehouse today mixing concrete and building concrete plinths. So I've been out in the sun with my shorts on, getting covered in concrete. And then what's happening then? Back at the home tomorrow. So a bit of weeding probably. Good afternoon, Tina Beard. Hello, Tina. Thank you for joining us. 30 seconds to go. Let's get the treadmill moving. I think we start at 5 kilometers per hour, so we'll get rolling. Let's put the incline up to 12%. Here we go then. Let's get the legs used to it. Climbers at Gambit tonight, Tina. Tina has selected climbers at Gambit for our route tonight. How long is the lead in? That is the question. We'll be walking for the first 400 metres at 5 kilometers per hour, 12% elevation. And then at the first arch, we'll start running, get up on the balls of our feet and jog up the hill. Tina! Tina's in the run with me. Hello, Tina Beard. Haven't seen you in Film My Run for a while. How exciting! Tina fancies a bit of elevation tonight. We'll be joining us in the My Whoosh run at 6 PM as well. Tina's joined Film My Run 500. She's having a gentle walk tonight to help the legs recover from the busy weekend last weekend. Anthony Anson's asking Tina if she's going couch to 5k tonight. Are you in charge? I might drag the strimmer out after this run and after the My Whoosh run. See if I've got time to go down and just strim around the tortoise enclosures. Grass is getting long down there again. It's getting difficult to find the tortoises hiding in the long grass. So before I obviously strim the grass, I have to make sure I know where all the tortoises are and accounted for. And I put them back in their boxes and shut the doors, so we don't have any accidents with the strimmer and a tortoise. Tina's not couch to 5k tonight, she did it on Tuesday. So maybe this is her Thursday night workout tonight. Let's move that up. Move the microphone a bit closer. 23 degrees in Tina's shower gym room. I hope you've all had a good day today. I bet Tina's been out in the garden. It was a bit iffy this morning to start with, about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It was actually raining down here in Cornwall, and we had the concrete job planned. I was a bit worried that we were going to have to postpone it. But then after a coffee, and about 10 o'clock, the sun popped out, the clouds moved off, and we had a really nice day. Problem with concrete though is, if it's too hot and dry, you have to keep sprinkling it with water so it doesn't dry too quick. But I think it was just right today. Friday again tomorrow. Another weekend is upon us. What's everyone up to? I'm going to park run at Lanhydrock on Saturday. I'm going to join my brothers. Martin from Plymouth, which is about an hour drive away to the local city. He's currently down here on holiday in his caravan, so he's going to come over to Lanhydrock. And also David, my other brother, is flown all the way over from Perth, Australia, to run Lanhydrock Park Run Saturday morning. No, he's here on holiday for a few weeks, so we've managed to talk him into Lanhydrock Park Run. He's not used to the hills. He ran Plymouth City Central Park Run last weekend when I was away on my run with my other brother, and he was complaining about hills. Well, that's probably the flattest park run around here. Lanhydrock's one of the most hilliest. So it'll be interesting to see what he thinks of it on Saturday. I'll have to see if I can film it. Oh no, sorry to hear that, Tina. Tina says she hasn't felt very well today, so she hasn't done a lot. She doesn't know why, so she hasn't done much. Sorry to hear that, Tina. Get well soon. Stay hydrated, drink plenty of fluids. Anthony Anderson's going to do his run on the treadmill at 6 o'clock. Might be a bit cooler then. It's only 95 in the Pain Cave at the moment. Oh my god. So Anthony's going to run on his treadmill at 6. I don't know if he's going to join us on my whoosh or run on his treadmill and watch us on my whoosh. Stephen will be here at 6 PM UK time for his Thursday night 5k on my whoosh. 100 metres to go until we bump up the speed to 5.5, and then we'll actually start running. That was a long lead in, wasn't it? So today my left foot is a tiny bit sore. Nothing to worry about, but I think because we've been lifting buckets of cement, sand and gravel this morning and pushing around wheelbarrows full of concrete, I think it's hurting my foot a little bit. Just watching the cadence and the heart rate on my companion app readout there, they're very similar. Oh no, now they've gone completely weird. I've actually got the wrong data screen up tonight. Have you noticed that? Usually in an event you get a different one, but the standard data screen's there. So a bit of a bug in my iPad tonight. No my whoosh for Anthony, but I'm sure he'll be watching along. You'll be watching along, won't you, Anthony? But he will be running on the treadmill at 6. Here we go then, 5.5. Up onto the balls of our feet and we begin to climb the hill. It feels warmer in here tonight than it actually is. I think it's quite humid, muggy. The good news is the floor in the garage has dried out, as it flooded the other week when we had all that wet weather. Tina's now down to 7%. Tina, you don't have to put any incline on if you don't want to. Keep it nice and steady. Anyone ever feels they want an easy session, a nice walking, steady walking, light jog session, feel free to join us here on Film My Run 500 and just don't have any elevation. Well done, Tina. Tina says I should be doing some elevation. You don't have to though, you don't have to. Be interesting to see what my heart rate does tonight. on Tuesday. It was 1:65 at the finish line. Let's see if we can get it under that tonight. I feel a little tired tonight. Slept better last night. 7 hours deep sleep. Garmin told me this morning in the morning report. My training readiness was up to about 35 today. So that's good, because we've been one for about 3 days. Tina's training readiness is currently 71. Very good. Almost recovered after the busy weekend then, Tina. Good morning, Laurie. Good afternoon from the UK. Good morning to Laurie into Washington State. Laurie says, how are you all? Very well, Laurie. All good. Hope you're all right. Thank you for popping in. Tina's body doesn't agree about how training readiness is 71. Trying to drag my microphone a bit closer, but that's as long as the wire is, I think. I suppose I could run up the treadmill a bit closer. Oh, Laurie, good luck with that. Laurie says, no run for me today. I'm getting ready to drive to the mountains for my 50-mile run tomorrow. How exciting! Nice one. Good luck with that. I'm sure you'll be fine. Very envious. I do like a mountain run. Mountain trail run. So you're allowed to have a day off today. I rested for about 2 days, I think, before my run last week. Don't think I'd run on the Friday, and I didn't run on the Thursday because I had no clean washing. So instead of running Thursday night on Film My Run and My Wash, I think I was doing my laundry because I had no clean underwear. Bit too much information, I know, but it was a busy week. It was a busy week last week. No one had done any laundry. I thought, so as I'm going away, I better get ready. Laurie says, scared and excited, my longest ever. Oh, how exciting, fantastic. Tomorrow, Friday, I'll be thinking about it. Good luck. I'm sure you'll love it. Run comfortable for as long as possible. Keep it really comfortable, stay hydrated, and make sure you eat little and often. If you've got aid stations en route, make the most of them. Even take a little empty plastic bag with you in your kit, so when you go into an aid station, grab some bits and pieces and put them in your bag to take with you. Don't stay in there too long, unless obviously you really have to, but get in. Get your bottles filled up, grab some fruit if it's available, grab some snacks in your bag and get back out the door. Because there's always a hill after an aid station. You can always walk up the hill eating and drinking. At least you're still moving forwards. Laurie says it's on a railroad. Grade trail. 21 miles. Is that down? Down 21 miles. And then back up 21 miles. Then almost flat. for 8. How nice. If you can, keep jogging on the flats and the downhills. Walk the uphills. If you can run the uphills, fantastic. But my general strategy is run the flats and the downs and walk up the hills and hydrate. Oh, speed change, I missed that one. How long has that been? 50 metres. It's right, not too bad. Got all a bit excited there talking about trail running in the mountains. Laurie, if you haven't seen my little video yet of my run I did on Saturday, have a look. You can see how I went from my highs to my lows and tried to keep happy all the way through. It's on my YouTube channel, Cornish Runner. It was called Race to the King. And it was 100 kilometers. And it was a really, really, really hot day. But hopefully, that will give you some inspiration for tomorrow. Very good, very well organised, Laurie. I have all of my nutrition organised into bags for each of the aid stations. Drop bags. She has a sensitive stomach, so has to take her own nutrition. Totally understand. What works for you, stick with it. Don't change anything. But remember, if you do go into one, or if you start feeling tired and can't be bothered to eat, make sure you eat something. I can tell you from experience, I felt really bad and didn't want to eat because I thought I'd be sick. I ate some salt and vinegar crisps and felt almost instantly better. So yeah, keep on top of your nutrition. So here we go then, just over 700 metres to the next, I said to the next aid station then, to the next arch. We're currently running at 6 kilometres per hour, 12% incline, heart rate 134, cadence 166. We've been running now for 17 minutes, 1.3 kilometres completed. Laurie says the cut-off for this run is super generous, so she's feeling really confident. That's good to hear. Laurie, make the most of it. As you know, the main goal is to complete the race. Get to that finish line no matter what it takes. So yeah, so coming up later on tonight, 6 PM UK time, Stephen Cousins with My Whoosh. Nice steady 5k on My Whoosh, another version of Zwift online. I'll be joining the run in the background somewhere, running along nice and steady. And then tomorrow I think it's Bag That Badge at 6 o'clock, 6 PM UK time. Possibly Sebastian at 5 PM UK time here on Virtual FMR with his Frogmary Green Farm virtual park run video running on My Whoosh, which he did with Tina when he was over here last weekend. So looking forward to that. Feeling quite warm tonight. 19 degrees centigrade now here. Slowly creeping up. I've got the garage doors open behind me. Fan is on full in front of me. As we approach the halfway mark, think about your form. Stand nice and tall, keep your head up, drop your shoulders back. Stay up in the balls of your feet. Build them calf muscles. Big and strong like tree trunks. Climbing up a steep hill in game as well now. Adds to the effect. However, the hill in the game is only 5% at the moment. Looks a lot steeper than that. There's Tina just behind me, look. Hello, Tina. See if we can drop some ride-ons, shall we? There we go. A couple of ride-ons for the runners around me, using the map. Who's been chatting in game? Oh, it's Tina, look. Hello, Tina. Hey. Tina's waving. Hello, Tina. He's asking how the two baby seagulls are doing. I saw an article where they are talking about a seagull cull. Seagulls are a currently protected bird here in the UK, so you're not allowed to hunt them or anything. But I totally understand that, Anthony. There are a lot of them around at the moment. Even, believe it or not, when I went up Snowdon a few years back, and when my son went up Snowdon a few weeks ago, there are seagulls up there, on top of the Snowdon, in Wales, a mountain. What's that all about? Yeah, the two chicks are doing fine. They've probably doubled in size already. Hopefully this weekend, as I'm not away running anywhere, we'll do a little Finnimore's farmhouse update, have a little walk round, look at the animals and plants. I did a little bit of recording today whilst mixing concrete. So we'll put a little bit of that in there. So watch out for that over the weekend and into next week. Now we're back home. And hopefully I'll also do a film of David, my brother from Australia, attempting a hilly park run. For the Cornish Runner channel here on YouTube. So let's get some filming in over the next few days. We are approaching the 6.5 kilometers per hour arch and the halfway point. We'll bump the speed up to 6.5 at the arch. Heart rate currently 136. Feeling okay, a little hot. The little foot pain seems to have gone off, which is good. Probably just could have done with a little stretch. Yeah, Anthony says, I think the cull is down to the fact that they are attacking people for food. Very true. There's a few down in the village in Paulperro that purposely sit outside pasties and ice cream shops. And they almost work in teams. So one will fly down and hit the ice cream, and then everyone else flies in and picks it up off the floor. If you're not the person that loses the ice cream or the pasty, it can be quite humorous. But I'm sure if it's you that loses your ice cream, you're not best impressed with a seagull attack. I live up just outside the village, up on the hill, so we don't really have a seagull problem up here. We do have some that visit occasionally, and obviously my rescues down in the paddock, down at the bottom of the garden. Oh my God, Tina says, Sebastian and herself witnessed an attack on Saturday. People, gulls, food and dogs in the middle of the road. Oh my God. I bet Sebastian wondered what was going on. I can happily say I've never been attacked by a gull before. I've been dive bombed, I've been pooped on, but not actually lost a pasty or an ice cream or a portion of chips. That seems to be the seagull's preferred natural food: wild ice creams, pasties and chips. They've gone off the fish. Heart rate slowly climbing there in the background. We're now over halfway. Just about to hit 140. I don't think we're going to do the magic 150 today. Laurie says, I remember nearly getting attacked by a bunch of seagulls about 10 years ago. A friend and I threw a part of a donut. And then I got my glasses on. 1 minute. And it doesn't help when you're jumping up and down on the treadmill. Then all the seagulls came and wanted more. She said it was hilarious and scary at the same time. That's what happens, Laurie. You throw a chip to one seagull and you end up with about 100 seagulls. And they all make that noise, don't they? When it's food time. Which is silly, because really, they're telling all the other seagulls there's a meal, which means they could lose it. So they do that. And they go, ew! Tina says a gull took her fish once. You're sure she even noticed it had been running? Yeah, running and was so hungry. She'd been running and was so hungry, bought fish and chips, and the gull took her fish. And it's even more impressive when they swallow a pasty whole. Have you seen how a seagull can swallow something twice as big as its head? Anthony says they congregate outside the McDonald's. Waiting for a Happy Meal. It's not very happy once it's been pinched by a seagull, is it? 400 metres to go to the next arch. Feeling quite warm now. Currently running at 6.5 kilometres per hour. Heart rate 138. Cadence 170. Approaching 30 minutes. Complete. 2.63 kilometres done. Trying to breathe nice and steady. Checking our form. Bring that heart rate down. It's very warm in here tonight. Temperature gauge is 19.1, but it feels very, as they say, close and muggy. I put my glasses on to see the text earlier, and they just steamed up. Couldn't see anything. Didn't help. 200 metres. Try to lean into the hill. Try not to lean into the hill too much. Straighten your back and lift your head. This will open up your chest and allow more oxygen into your lungs. Well done to everyone in the run. Good work, Tina. Tina's right with me here now, look. Swinging arms, in sync. Just like we're marching a parade, look. So Laurie, do you have any planned times for your run tomorrow, or are you just gonna go with it, see how you feel? Mission 1, get to the finish line. Nice and steady. There's the arch nut. 7 kilometres per hour for the final 1,000 kilometre stretch. 1,000 metre stretch. I'm not running 1,000 kilometres tonight. So we've bumped the speed up to 7 kilometres per hour. Heart rate slowly creeping up now. 144. Let's see how close we can keep it to 150. It will go over. I reckon it's going to go over in the next minute or so. trying to avoid 160. So Laurie's going to concentrate on just getting to the finishing line. It's a 30-hour cut-off. It's the same cut-off for the 50 mile, the 50k and the 100 mile. I'm sure you'll be fantastic, Laurie. But need to be at the 42 mile aid station within 18 hours. You'll be good, you'll be fine. I'm sure you can do that. Looking forward to hear how you did. Next week, make sure you pop in and let us know. The heart rate now edging up towards that 150, 148. Come on, stay lower. On Tuesday it was 165, I think. Let's not get near that. So Tina, what's the weather looking like for you for the next week? Here in Cornwall, the next few days, the weekend, and into next week, the weather's looking nice and sunny again, which would be good. Get down the garden on the weekend, do some grass cutting. Unfortunately, the ride on lawnmower cutting deck is not ready yet. It's a bit holy and rusty, needs a patching up with fiberglass or plastic or something. It all works fine, all the bits there. It does need a new drive belt as well. But the tractor itself is spot on. Now I've changed the solenoid. Starts on the button with the key. I'm that sad, Tina. I sometimes pop out into the garage just to start the tractor and switch it off again. It's very satisfying using the key instead of the screwdriver across the terminals. Tina says, hot, hot, hot. Tina's feeling the heat. She's coming. Heat is on its way to her as well in Somerset next week. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, at work I can get out in the garden, do a bit of weeding, bit of painting, nice sunny work. Same at home. Spuds are up in the garden now, a few inches above the ground. At work they've gone crazy. Some of the potato plants must be nearly the height of me now. Heart rate just under 150 there at the moment. Let's see if we can bring it down. Nice deep controlled breaths. It says this has been very nice. Good evening, Jonathan Perkin. Hello, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, Jonathan Perkins thinking of dropping in and joining us on my Whoosh at 6 PM UK time tonight for the first time. He says he started it up and asking how he will join the run at 6 PM. On the menu screen, on my Whoosh, Jonathan, there's a option called Events. If you click on that, there should only be one or two in there. And one of them is Thursday 3 with Stephen C. Click on that, click participate, and then you'll join us on the run. You could probably sign in now, give it a go, and then just stand on the start line waiting for Stephen to go live here on Virtual FMR. And then when the countdown gets to 0, off we go. Cheers, Tina. As Tina's saying in the text, follow those instructions. Jonathan, please remember to log it on the web page via your computer, tablet or phone, the MyWhoosh web page, and make sure you've registered with Strava, because otherwise when you finish the run it will not upload to Strava. You can only do it from the internet web page. Anthony Anderson says, only if Stephen remembers. Oh, speed change. Missed that one. Only missed 40 meters of it. Heart rate 151, 152. Please stay below 160. One, 153. 154. 156. 158. 'Don't forget the Strava bit, Jonathan. Here we go. Maximum heart rate 158. Better than Tuesday. Tuesday was 165. Tonight 158. Higher than normal, but better than Tuesday after the weekend outdoor run event. Dropped it to 0% elevation. Going to bump it up to 10 kilometers per hour now. And we're going to round it off to 5 kilometers. Well done to Tina. Thank you for joining me in game, Tina. Tina's just walking out, look, shaking the legs out. Well done to everyone who took part tonight. Tina says, see you in a bit. Tina's possibly joining us in my Wushland as well. Or maybe just on the live stream. We'll have to wait and see at the start line. Well done, Jonathan. Jonathan's logged in. He's joined the event on the MyWush. He's also registered with Strava. Just need to link the Bluetooth now, and I think I'm good to go. Tina says, see you on MyWush, gang. See how I feel. So we've got 500 meters here to go on the flat at 10 kilometers per hour. Heart rate now down to 131, coming back down slowly. Laurie, good luck tomorrow. Most of all, enjoy it. I'm sure you'll be fine. One foot in front of the other. Take it nice and steady. Stay hydrated. Little and often. Stay on top of your nutrition. Laurie's now going off to load the car, ready for tomorrow's run. I'm excited for you, Laurie. Remembering how I felt last Friday when I drove up. Laurie says, thanks very much to everyone for your encouragement. Thank you for sharing your run excitement with us, Laurie. See you again next time. Anthony says, you've got this, Laurie. Anthony Anderson says, okay, I'm off to get ready for my run. Have a good MyWush run. Cheers, Anthony. Thank you for joining us tonight, by the way. Tina, Anthony, Laurie, Jonathan. In the chat below on the live stream. Really appreciate your company and your support. We will be back here on Virtual FMR in 13 minutes with Stephen Cousins with 5K on MyWush, 6 PM UK time. I will be back here on Virtual FMR next Monday for Manic Monday on MyWush at 5 PM UK time. Stephen may be here tomorrow for Bag That Badge. I'm sure he'll let us know in a minute when he joins us. Laurie says, one of these days I'll actually get to run with you all again. Looking forward to it, Laurie. $50 meters to go. And there it is, the finishing streamer display. If I don't see you again in a minute, tomorrow, before the weekend, have a good weekend, everyone. Good luck, Laurie, for tomorrow. Safe journey to your race and back home again. Don't drive with achy legs. I slept in my car for about 6 hours after my run the other day before I drove home, and then I had to pull over a couple times on the way home because I felt a little tired. So it's better to be safe. Had the window open, lot to drink, and had the odd little sleep in the back of the car on the way home. Let's log out here then, end run. Anyway, we will see you in about 10 minutes time with Stephen. If not, have a good weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. See you later, everyone. Stay safe and take care. Until next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.